Hey guys, so this is going to be quite a different video topic than I normally do. I know I started as a review channel, but I think we should just have a sit down chat about some life things and that kind of stuff. If you're not interested in that, you just, care about the horror and the gore and the reviews, then you can skip this video, obviously. I should address the makeup, I guess. Clearly I'm feeling in a mood today. No, actually I just filmed a makeup look for my main channel for the makeup I wore to DryCon in LA in May. So that's why I'm rocking some like really intense Marilyn Manson makeup. So obviously based on the title of this video, you're here to wonder why I'm not watching as much horror anymore. And it's honestly it's like made my anxiety worse because it's almost like I'm having a little bit of an identity crisis, and I don't want, the title to be clickbait because it's really not. I am watching less horror and enjoying it a little bit less, and I think there's multiple reasons for this. And I was actually having a conversation with my boyfriend, and he was telling me about a website that they would review a movie every single day, and their last post that they made was, we need to stop because it's not fun anymore. And so obviously one of the reasons why I'm not watching as much horror anymore is because every time I watch a film, I have to go into it with a critical mind, and that is very hard to do every single time I watch a scary movie. Sometimes I just want to watch a horror film, a new one that I haven't seen before, without that mindset, without thinking, what is wrong with this film? What can I point out to my audience why they should or should not watch this? Sometimes I just want to enjoy a film, and it's really hard to do so when I have this pressure to review every single horror film I've ever seen. And that's why I'm like backlogged on like 5 horror movies that I've seen in this past 6 months probably that I haven't reviewed yet, because for a few reasons. It's been so long, I've postponed it because I didn't necessarily watch them with the mindset of I'm going to review this later, so I have to rewatch them. So I don't know if I just have to create a new process for myself where I watch movies twice. First time for entertainment, enjoyment, second time with more of a critical eye. Because when I go into a film not thinking critically and I review it, I get hate on those videos, which I totally understand because the reviews are subpar. And you can see this, I think A Cure for Wellness was one of them. There's a couple of reviews that I'm not happy with because I went into it trying to enjoy the movie and not think as critically as I would if I knew I was reviewing it, for instance. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm not watching as much horror, because if I pick a horror movie, I know in the back of my mind they're gonna want to hear my thoughts on this movie, so I gotta remember everything in the movie, which is a lot of pressure. I have a horrible memory with movies, and you guys definitely can tell when I'm going through a review or something, or talking about something, and I don't remember certain key points. I have a horrible memory, which is why I should not be a review channel. Granted, I'm still gonna do reviews, but the reason why I want to incorporate more videos on this channel that are not reviews is so I don't go into every single movie with that mindset, that there's less pressure for me to review every single film that I see, because that's a lot. Like, I do watch a lot of horror, not as much anymore, which we'll get into, but I just can't keep up with myself, But also, we need to have the conversation of the relationship between, especially for me, anxiety and horror films. Now, my anxiety has been so bad lately. Like, the worst it's ever been has been this year. And it's very crippling, it's untreated, like it's just bad right now. It could be birth control, I don't know. Is that TMI for you guys? I know a majority of you guys are male, sorry. But I'm trying to figure out my mental health situation, okay? With that, my anxiety gets triggered by the smallest things. The other day, I was already feeling kind of anxious that day because I had to go to work, and that involves like a long drive, which can be anxiety inducing for me, and also just going to work in general. Sometimes when I'm doing stuff, it'll trigger my anxiety. But I was watching Big Brother, and one of the contestants broke her foot, or did something with her foot. Anyway, if you've seen the show, you know which part I'm talking about. Christmas broke her foot, and in that moment I couldn't function. It was so bizarre, and that's just from her falling down on Big Brother that airs on CBS. So can you imagine sometimes how I feel watching horror movies? Granted, real gore and real horror are way worse for me than fake. I could definitely convince myself when something's fake. Clearly that's why I like horror movies, because they're fake, they're not real. I'm not into the real stuff. I never will be. I can't look at real gore or anything disturbing of real life. Some people like both things, or they like the crossover between reality and fiction, and they like both sides of horror. I, however, do not. I don't like haunted houses. I don't want anything jumping out at me. I don't want to think or believe that I'm going to be murdered in real life, and I don't want to see other people's injuries or anything. Which is odd because I went to the Museum of Death in LA, and so obviously I saw a lot. But that's one of the reasons why I haven't been watching as much horror, or, you know, can't really handle horror. And it's scary to me because obviously a huge part of my life and a lot of what I love is horror. I have it in all my bios on social media. I have a horror channel, like a whole YouTube channel dedicated to horror and scary things. So for me to not be able to handle it is a lot. Like, it's, you know, like I said, creating a little bit of an identity crisis, because then I'm like, was it a phase that just lasted 10 years? Obviously not, because I don't think phases, I mean, technically it was like 15 years. I don't think phases last 15 years. But am I growing out of horror? Am I not enjoying it as much? Is it because of my YouTube channel, or is it because of my anxiety? So there's a lot of things going on, which is why I haven't been reviewing a lot of horror movies. The worst thing that triggered it for some reason was Swiss Army Man. And I don't know why. I thought I was gonna have a panic attack. My chest felt so tight. And it was very weird. Love the movie though, by the way. Please watch that movie if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, so I just wanted to open up the conversation and be real with you guys and not try to fake my way through this channel. I don't want to create fake reviews or reviews that are half-assed or videos that I don't have passion about. So if I skip some weeks, some Tuesdays I don't post, please forgive me, because on top of, you know, dealing with all of that in my mental health, you know, I have a real job now, and I maintain 2 other YouTube channels in addition to all my social media and Patreon and things like that. So it's a lot going on. I'm not creating excuses. I'm just asking for a little bit of understanding if I skip some Tuesdays. If I skip a Tuesday, it's because I'm working on something really badass that you're gonna love, trust me. But yeah, I'd love for more thoughts. I just feel like I hit a plateau with just doing reviews, and I definitely want to do more. I want to talk about more spooky things and scary things and local things, and just, you know, trying different things, because I think there's, you know, I'm missing a lot of content that I could be doing by just doing reviews, and that puts way too much pressure on me to do a review every single week, because that means I'm pretty much reviewing every single movie that I watch, and that is very hard. Hopefully you guys can understand. If you subscribe strictly for the reviews, I'm still gonna do them. I promise you, we will always talk about horror reviews, movies, books, shows, sometimes video games. That's definitely still going to be maintained on my channel. I want to promise you that. At least 1 review a month. Like, I mean, that's what I do. I'm a reviewer. I don't think I'm a great one, but I appreciate all 30,000. Oh yeah, we hit 30,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. That's a huge milestone for me, because this is a very niche channel, obviously, and so, you know, to have 30,000 people that love horror as much as I do, and, you know, will support me with that, I'm so ecstatic about it. Honestly, this horror channel is my baby, because I don't get brand deals, I don't do sponsorships or anything with this channel, and I built it being a niche. I built it not being a beauty guru or a fashion girl or anything like that, like I have my main channel. And I'm really proud of myself and proud of this channel, and feel just really close with all of you guys. Anyway, my camera's dying, but that's what I wanted to address in today's video. And like I mentioned, for a brief second, I created a Patreon, so if you want to support me beyond just subscribing and viewing my videos, I would love it if you would. I'll have a link to it down below. Obviously no pressure or anything. And with that, I guess I should start releasing my horror videos early for the Patreon fam. It says vlogs and main channel, but if you want my horror videos earlier than everyone else, then I can do that too. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kind of, I don't know, it's kind of random. I know a lot of you probably aren't going to watch till the end, and you're going to be like, what the hell is this? Why are we getting personal and talking about mental health and stuff like that? But hopefully you guys heard me out and understand where I'm coming from, and leave some suggestions for other interesting topics and video ideas that I could do on this channel that you want to see, because it's all about you guys, really. So yeah, I leave all that down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.